Hey all, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the third and sadly final installment of the farm build. So here we're just finishing up some of the outside furnishing as well as we'll be doing the landscaping today. As you will see, I struggled a lot with the landscaping, but I think it ended up fine. I think all that pain and suffering really was worth it in the end. So here I'm just creating a little outside spot. I know I put a table on the porch, but I thought it'd just be nice to have this outdoor table, like really in the elements, I guess. My idea once again for this family is I think they're probably very outdoorsy. They like being outside, as well as I don't know, I just think that they enjoy just having, like, and since they're such a big family, they need to have so many tables because all of them will not fit at one of those smaller tables. Here I'm starting to do the garden in the front, and I'm really just putting down a lot of flower bushes, and as you see here even bushes. What I want is I just wanted a really full looking garden. I'm not sure which parent it'd be, or maybe it's one of the kids, or maybe if grandma even lives here, maybe grandma's the one who really loves to garden. But so here I'm trying to grab plants I think not only look good together, but like would look like they're from the same region, because I think I have a tendency to just like grab whatever I think looks pretty. And it's really funny, like my mother grew up keeping gardens and stuff, so I feel like I should be better at picking plants that look like they'd be from the same region. But we ain't perfect, I guess. We ain't all perfect. So, but I actually really like landscaping in The Sims 4. It definitely is very time consuming, but I love just putting down a bunch of plants and making these really full looking gardens. There's really no reason to have a garden this full looking, but once again I'm thinking, this family, they really, if they're gonna go to the lengths of keeping the land looking like you can use it to farm, even if they don't still farm there, they might as well also put a lot of effort and time into the garden. Yeah, so like I said though, where I grew up in New Hampshire, my mother, she kept lots of garden. We had some like small little areas up front as well. She always had a big flower garden, and by I say big for us. It's not like we have this huge plot of land, but she had a pretty decent sized garden out back. She even had an area where she grew some like small produce, like she grew cucumbers at one point, zucchini. I think we did pumpkins at one point, I want to say. I think we tried corn one year. It didn't go well. Like to grow corn, you really need to like have acres of land. But so I kind of grew up with a mother who loved to like garden and keep flowers. She also had lots of hanging plants. And she also did a lot of like flower arranging inside the house, because that was one of her prides, was her garden. So she'd go out, she'd pick some flowers, and then put together these like really nice arrangements in our house on our table and stuff. Recently at work I got to do some flower arranging, which I do not work at a place where that is normal. Just know I don't work like in an artsy field, sadly, and I do not work with flowers. But it was at work I'm kind of on like the party planning committee, which, trust me, I don't know how that happened, but I'm on the party planning committee, and we decided to get flowers for everyone, for the different departments, and different offices, really just to like lighten up the room, add some color. And we were doing the flower arranging, and I had lots of fun with it. I think the flower like vases that I was putting together looked really nice. I was really just trying to do because we had flowers of all sorts of different colors, and some people who I was helping with flower vases, some of them were like doing, ooh, let's get a little bit of every color. Now it's definitely a little more kind of like doing the, ooh, what colors look good together. But that's also because I went to art school and I'm so much more, I think, conscious now to like what colors look good together and what don't. And then I also think part of it's just like I grew up with a mother who loved to garden and put together flower arrangements that always looked nice. So here I'm just laying down some trees. Like I said, I feel like a real farmland probably wouldn't have this many trees because they would want more land to utilize the farm. But like I said, even if I do Sims who do end up farming here, I feel like they're not gonna be farming like a lot of cash crop. It'll probably be either for their own use or maybe for very minimal sale. Here I'm starting to put together the barn. My idea, once again, I don't know if you remember when I mentioned this, my idea for the barn was I was really inspired by the barn from Pretty Little Liars that the Hastings had. And the idea that was like this old barn that probably had been used for farming at some point, and now it's been renovated. So here, whatever gameplay I want, like maybe grandma lives here, maybe a cousin lives here, maybe one of the older siblings. It's a fully furnished area. I will say the kitchen is not like there is. I don't think I put an oven in because my whole plan was whoever lives here also probably still eats with the main family, and then also I just was worried that if I did put like a fully functioning kitchen in there, that like when your Sim's hungry and you tell them to go like make something, that they would head to the kitchen out here, and I just like feel like that like wasn't a good idea. Like that was just a waste of time, and I'd rather the whole family just like eat together in the main house. I know the barn in Pretty Little Liars is white, but I like the idea of the red barn with the red house, with like especially with that white door frame. As you see here, I'm pretty sure the door, the one I made big, is like not usable when you size it up like that. So I just kind of added a side door right there. Here I'm kind of working on the path. The path changes a little. I don't have it filmed, but like the path changes not super drastically, but it does go under some definite changes. You know, like with a lot of the yard here, I really just wanted to leave big empty spaces for farming. Also, I was trying to think of like the best way to utilize the land, because I didn't just also want to be just farming, but also like land that the family can use, maybe for gardening or for play, who knows. But yeah, here I'm just kind of like touching up this path. This pathway, I just feel like I was struggling with it a lot. I wanted it to look organic, but I didn't want it too thick or too thin. Here I'm working on the fencing again. I kind of picked this fence. I'm pretty sure this is the Strangerville picket fence we got. I have mixed feelings about this fence. I really like it. I like it more than the other picket fence we got, which was like from like the backyard stuff. But I still don't love it. Here I really struggle with what I want to do with the, because I want to cut off the farmland from like playland, I guess. And originally I was like, I'll do like this big stone wall, but I'll make it out of stones because I hate how the stone wall looks in like fence build mode. I just don't think it looks good. Here I'm just looking around, like see I'm like sizing up stones and stuff. Here I don't know why I sized this up. I thought it was funny, and then I just kept it there in the video. I probably should have cut it out, but like maybe it's because I'd been working on this for like 3 days straight. I just like thought it was funny. Here I'm starting to work on the farmland. You know how like when you look up from above, there's, or like when you look at farmland, it has those stripes, and it's supposed to signify the area like where you grow and the area like you walk between and stuff. And I was realizing like I was playing with different grass colors because I knew they would just have the current grass that comes with this world, as like the default just like wasn't gonna work. I also I struggle a lot with this, and I think mostly was I didn't realize how much of a steady hand I would need, as well as I didn't realize how hard it would be using a trackpad. I don't use a mouse. I probably should just buy a mouse. A part of me refuses to, because I want to be I'm you can game with a trackpad, and the more I do it, the more I'm yeah, but I see now why people don't usually. But yeah, maybe I probably should have made it not as translucent, who knows, but I start playing with different greens, and I think also it really isn't until I start getting a lot more down and am able to look at it from a distance that I began to see it, as well as I also was realizing very early on, ooh, I am gonna need to make these look a lot more unified, a lot neater. Which is funny to think that farmland needs to look neat, like it's dirt, but lazy craftsmanship is not acceptable. As you see here, also I've also gotten to the point where I'm I don't need to put it down as cleanly and nicely, because I knew I'd have to go back in any ways to clean it up, so I'm might as well just be as sloppy and just clean it up later. And I think the sloppier it is, because I feel it just ends up looking thicker. Maybe it helps more, who knows. Another option could have also been going tile by tile, but who has time for that? I was thinking about also cutting out a lot of this, because I feel you guys don't need to watch this, but also I really just want to give you a sense of how long this actually took. Once this is sped up, but like I said, it took a while. At one point I even did stop filming, because I was for one, I was no one wants to watch an hour of this, plus this is, but what I really wanted to get on film at least was it starting to come together. Here at this point, I'm this doesn't look terrible. It's not great, but this is what I'm going for. And definitely once there's more of them, plus when I put in the fencing around, which I end up doing is kind of taking bushes, which I don't really like how the bushes look, but once again I was I was torn. I was I can either build it out of rocks, and also I think because the ground is flat, it would have been so much harder to use an actual fence tool, and that's just because the fencing tool just automatically snaps to the grid, which is one of the few things I do not like about the fencing tools. But yeah, so here I'm just trying to put it, and I was really just trying to, I just don't want it to look boxy, but also at the same time I was no, but I'm fine if it looks a little boxy, because of course these bushes are very not manufactured, but definitely someone comes and takes care of those hedges. These are not natural, these are definitely. And here I was taking the wedding arch and putting it here. I don't know, at first I thought about doing the big green arch that comes with the fencing gates, and then I thought of about the more wooden wedding fence that's kind of more of a boxy shape. But here once again, around the barn, I wanted lots of trees, which in some ways doesn't really fit this lot because there aren't a lot of trees at the edge of the lot. But once again, I'm thinking these probably grew over time as the family probably stopped farming to the same capacity that they used to. And here I'm just putting down lots of different rocks and stuff, because I really just wanted the path to look in there to look nice. Once again, I'm cleaning up this frickin' this field. Like, the majority of this video is me just fighting with this stupid field. But I think at this point I'm actually really starting to get the hang of it. Like, it's definitely like, that's the thing, is I feel like with the Sim 4, especially if you're doing like terrain tools, you really need to like take your time, like put the time and effort into it, which is both annoying, but also, you know, it can definitely pay off. And it's also funny to me that I was putting in all this effort and I wasn't even planning on farming originally. So here's where I actually have to apologize. I somehow lost the rest of the footage of me working on the farm build. I don't know if it got deleted as I was moving it from my computer to an external hard drive because I was running out of space. But really all you miss is the rest of the landscaping and then me furnishing inside the barn. Hopefully the photos and like some of the video I took inside will make up for that. I'm really sorry, I don't know where it went. But I also have like 24 hours of just like black footage, so I don't know what that's all about. Also, like, it's just footage of just like a black screen, so I don't, apparently the demons in this house just didn't want this project to come to fruition, so sorry about that.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see from up here. The world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell